Horror on the Perseval Story channel present The Siren Head Hunt.
Hello, my name is Helen and this is my brother Dan. Yesterday we were just children, but today we are monster hunters and we would like to tell you about our first adventure, the Siren Head Hunt. Yeah, a terrible view. We first saw this video 6 months ago. Oh, I thought that this was all nonsense and jokes on the internet. And when my brother showed me this video, I told him not to waste my time. But I was really surprised when I saw many other videos with this creature. But the most important thing is that all these videos were filmed in my city. So, he was very close to me. I was interested in this monster, and since I was always interested in all sorts of mystical things, I decided to learn more about it. I began to search the internet for any information about this creature and where it came from. I copied in my notebook all the information that I found about him and went to my brother. This time, Dan himself was surprised. He had already forgotten about this video and was now very surprised that I was interested in this story. Despite the fact that he didn't believe in this creature, he decided to join me, and I told him everything I knew about the mysterious Siren Head. I found out that his appearance isn't accidental and that every time he appears, people disappear. Dan said that this is very scary and frightening, and he even advised me not to get involved in this matter, cause it was really dangerous. Maybe the rumors about him were true and there was a real danger. Nevertheless, I insisted. After all, if he exists, then one of our friends may disappear, and then we will be guilty of not preventing this. Dan agreed and said that it was necessary to find him and, most importantly, to find a way to kill this monster. But it's foolish to look for a monster if you don't know how to deal with him. We spent many evenings on the internet searching for the necessary information, and I even found out that the Siren Head is afraid of the light, and he doesn't appear in broad daylight. Therefore, you need to have a powerful light device with you for self-defense. Unfortunately, our research was cut short by TV news.
Good evening. Today a little girl was reported missing in the area of Porterfield Street. No one knows where she is or what happened to her. If you have any information about her location, please notify the police. Her parents are very worried.
At that moment, Dan didn't understand what happened. But I understood immediately. After all, it happened in the area where the Siren Head was seen. It was definitely him, otherwise the kidnappers would have demanded a ransom. We must act and find the girl before it's too late. Dan and I took our flashlights and immediately went to the place where the girl was missing. In 15-20 minutes we were already there. It was quiet and dark. Only 2 beams of light from our flashlights illuminated the empty street. Dan said that he was scared and that it was a stupid idea to come here on the dark night. But I insisted that we must find the girl and that if we succeeded, we would become heroes. Dan agreed and we continued our search. Suddenly, we heard these sounds in silence. I will never forget it. It was him. We began to shine our flashlights directly at the monster. But he didn't afraid of the light. Apparently, these tips didn't work and we were in danger. The Siren Head approached and became very scared. Suddenly, our lights went out and there was complete silence. I began to call my brother, but he didn't reply. I couldn't even hear my own voice. I screamed, but there was total silence. When the moon came out, I saw only one of my brother's left sneakers. Dan was missing. The siren had kidnapped him. I ran home in tears. I was scared, but most importantly, I blamed myself for everything. It's my fault that he disappeared. It was all my fault. I locked myself in my room, hid under the covers and began to cry. I was crying and then I remembered my brother's smile and how he always helped me out. A fire of justice caught in my heart and I decided to save him at all costs, even at the cost of my own life. I was looking for a weapon against the siren head. Exactly, we've already had something that grandfather gave us for the new year.
I don't know if you need it, but I thought that one day this little thing might come in handy. I'm your grandfather, which means that everything that I give or tell you will be a wisdom. Take it. This is for you.
I took his gift and ran to the same place where Dan was missing. It was very quiet, like last time, but I was determined. I began to scream and call the monster to fight. And in a few seconds I heard the same howl. He was approaching and this time he wanted to kidnap me. I became very cold and for a second I was very scared. But at that moment I took out my grandfather's present from my backpack and pressed the button. It was a big spotlight. I really never would have thought that my grandfather would be so right and that his gift would be the best gift in my life. The light from the spotlight was so strong and that the siren head immediately began to smoke and rust. He began to make terrible sounds, but I directed the beam of light at the monster. Another moment and he fell and turned into dust. When the moon rose, I saw my brother and the same girl who had disappeared recently. We made it! We made it! We took the girl to the police station and went home. We didn't have the proof that it was a monster, since there is nothing left of the siren head, and no one would have believed us anyway. So that's the way it is. Perhaps this is not our last adventure. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye!